Hello FlowStube, my name is Tamara, and in today's video I want to show you sudden finishing because it wasn't planned. The stitching and like ready finished projects of these two beautiful designs by Chatelaine, and also a new a new project which I want to start. And I am ready to stitch the these two designs by Chatelaine, Mr. Nutley Owl and Tiny Owl's Biscornu. The thing is that I didn't have the right count of fabric, so here it's required in both of the charts, by the way. It's required Vintage Country Mocha, 32nd count. So I have this fabric in a lot of counts, all of them, but not in 32nd. That's why I ordered a piece of fabric, so I have it. That's why I am ready to start stitching them. And I decided maybe you would like to see what we included here in these two charts with embellishment. Maybe you're curious in case you want to buy them and stitch them. And you can buy them because as far as I know, they are not out of production, out of print designs. They are designs of 2016. I looked in the chart, but as far as I remember, they are still being sold. Maybe I'm wrong. If I'm wrong, correct me in the comments. So what I have here, so besides the fabric which I purchased, here is required only DMC threads, and here are all the colors, very beautiful colors. I adore this like orange reddish colors and a little bit of green, avocado green, and this purple. It's exquisitely beautiful. And by the way, the threads here are for both designs. I mean, like because a number of threads, they are a combination between so a number of threads are needed for both designs. Some threads are needed just for one design, and some threads for other designs. I intend to stitch them like a project, one after the other. I mean, these designs. That's why I just pulled out all the threads so that I would have everything. I also have here the Dritz fray check. I don't do the edges of my fabric with like sewing machine. I don't have one so far. And I'm using a lot of fray check. My favorite one, and the one probably which I only tried, this is Prim fray check. I like it a lot, but the thing is that I already find it more and more difficultly, and it started being too expensive. That's why I bought from 123 Stitch a fray check from Dritz. I'm not sure if this one is going to be okay. Why do I have it here to tell you about this? Because I am being asked in some videos, what do you use to use like on the edges of your fabric, because it's not worked on a sewing machine, but nevertheless it doesn't go away. That's why several times I was showing the Prim one, and now I'm showing this one. I haven't tried this one. It's absolutely new. I will try in this design, both designs, because when I finish stitching and I cut, you know, that edge, so that edge I use to still to like I use this stop fraying liquid, so that to make sure that the fabric wouldn't go further. So the designs themselves. Mr. Nutley Owl. I opened the chart, I opened the instructions because I had to clear out some things. I haven't like had a finishing. There are like three designs with owls in Chatelaine. There is a winter one with a crown, if I'm not wrong. There is and two fall owls. I haven't stitched any of the owls so far. Nevertheless, I like them very much. So I looked in the instruction of finishing, how to finish this design. More or less I understood. So the thing is that if you look at the chart, they come the same principle as the mice, the Chatelaine mice. It's just the thing that here the beak it's not like up and it's not filled, it comes down. And on the bottom, usually the mice have the metal kind of button here. They ask to, there is given like the sizes of the circle in the chart. They ask to cut here a circle and to use it like in the bottom, and to insert their coin as well, so that the owl would stand. And besides the felt which is given here, there are two heishi, these are called, these two things, I don't know, I'm showing them properly, these two things which will come for the eyes, you see here, and they should be like stitched here, and the bead should come in the middle. And beside the black bead, the beads are petite, and there is one more color of brown beads, not matte. So besides this, there is such a thing. It's from an acorn, and it's broken, and it came like this, and I don't understand why. What do I need this one for? Because it's acorn hat. Mr. Nutley has an acorn hat. It was in a separate packet, and it looks like this, and this one is whole, though it stayed quite a few years in my stash. But this one is natural, it comes from an actual acorn, and you know what's the good news? That in the moment this one breaks, so I don't like it, I can go and look for some acorns and look for their hats and choose a new hat for Mr. Nutley. They recommend here to put some glue here and put a needle and make a pin out of it, you know, as usual we used to do for the mice. I'll see. I hope this one is going to be appropriate. If not, I'm going to, when going into the park with the child, I'm going to look for some acorns. I hope I'll find the right measure. So this was the embellishment pack for Mr. Nutley. And if we speak about the Tiny Owl's Biscornu, this one really is tiny. I saw, and this one is not only the owl fall Biscornu. They come in all 4 seasons. I have all of them, but I don't remember for the others to have like recommended companions, you see, like here. This one is, I said, it's really tiny. The most stitched one I saw on Instagram and in YouTube, like stitching YouTube, is the Christmas one. But they all come the same size. And here the embellishment pack comes with the petite black beads, and there are like bigger ones, the same color as here, but not the same form, you see. There are 2 orange bigger beads, which are going to be used like to have the center of the Biscornu, because it's the classical form of the Biscornu. And there is such a ribbon which they recommend to have here on the edges. So I'll see how I will attach this ribbon so that it would look nice. And that's it. So I have prepared all the materials. I have like opened the charts. Now I'm going to make some copies of the charts. I always used to make copies. I feel sorry because in these cases I use colorings, my child's colorings, to highlight some science. And I feel sorry to deteriorate the original chart. That's why I always make a copy. So I'm going to make copies, and hopefully I'm going to get started. And I think the next step of this project, because I'm calling it one project, is going to be the Ready Works, I think, because they are pretty small. And the next I wanted to show you, this is these 2 designs by Jasnan, Mr. Nutley Owl and Tiny Owl's Biscornu, which are already a finished design. Okay, saying about Mr. Nutley Owl, I would say almost finished, and you'll see in a second why I'm saying this. So the Biscornu, here it is, the Biscornu. I would say that this one was how would I say, it was not so easy to stitch. It was not such a quick stitch. because it was easy, nothing difficult, but it wasn't quick, because apparently many stitches, they are like kind of how they say, the many cross stitches, many colors. The colors don't come one next to the other. You have like to jump here and there to do them, but nevertheless they are very, very beautiful. Of course the parts are different. This is part B, this is part A. Be careful when you stitch, because I made mistakes in back stitching. So this one was easier, I would say, because all the 4 parts are exactly the same. There are like 4 owls on each of them, and just here the lines come different. I made a mistake in backstitch outlining the eyes. It should be 166. This is a green, avocado green color. I did it by mistake with black, didn't rip it off, because I thought that they look nice. They look like cats, but they look nice. And there are some Smyrna stitches, this orange color, which comes like here, here, and here. Everything is Smyrna. And when you come to this side, this side was how they say, more time consuming. This would be the right way to say, because the eyes are different, even if maybe these 2 look the same, but no, they are different, and they have like 1, 2, 3, 4 colors, and 3/4 stitches they have. So this one took a little bit more time, but nevertheless it's very beautiful. So I knew that it will be small but when I finished it I said, oh my god, it's so small. It's not the smallest biscornu of such a form I have, so this is not the smallest. I finished it, I like stuffed it, like did everything, and made the center here, and thought about like shall I attach this ribbon or not. Where is piece of ribbon? This ribbon, like, because it looked very beautiful without the ribbon. And the ribbon, they say in the finishing instruction to attach, like, not to sew it, but to attach with such pins. I don't have such pins, but I know how these pins look like. Look, these are the pins, you see. They're great, by the way. I should look for some pins. They're really, really great. I don't know who is the which brand they are. If you know, please tell me, but they are great. And one more reason why I decided like to still to do the ribbon here is because this ribbon comes like this, you see. It has a cousin. I have such a box. This is also Just Nan. It was bought like 3 or 4 years ago, in the beginning when I started buying Just Nan. This was bought from a normal shop for a normal price, because it was like probably the last one which was left there in the shop. It's supposed that I should like put pins in here. Of course I don't do, because I like it a lot. I just take it out every time in autumn and display it and enjoy it. And then when the autumn finishes, I just deposit it for next year. So here has such a collage combination. All these things, they come. Just Nan has such a pin. I have such a pin with such an owl. If I'm not wrong, Susan Clark's original was selling such an embellishment, and Just Nan has pins with such a pumpkin. It has the ribbon, and inside here are wool, I think, balls or felt balls. I think they are wool. 2 orange, 1 green, and this one has a with the, you see, with these pins they have attached here like a leaf, and which I adore this one, honestly. And here it has such a ribbon, and it has legs made from beads. I adore this one. So yeah, I just took the ribbon and attached it with wildlife thread and some beads. They are rainbow bronze beads, which are leftovers also from a Chatelaine design. If I'm not wrong, Christmas Soldiers, the stocking has them. At least they were left over. I thought that they look perfect here. And I just attached the ribbon with wildlife thread, so it won't go. And when I finished it with the ribbon, I even liked it better. So this is a total finishing, I would say. Okay, Mr. Natalie Owl. What happened to Mr. Natalie Owl? He's perfectly well. You see? It's just he doesn't have his acorn hat. Why not? I finished everything, and when I wanted to like adjust his hat, because I already prepared the needle, which would be to prepare the glue to like fix it here, but decided to try it on him, and I don't like how it looks like. Honestly, I don't know. I think it's too big. I think it's too dry. That's why I decided that I will look for a fresh hat, like acorn hat for Mr. Natalie Owl. Have been with my child to the two parks we have next to the house. One is bigger, the other is smaller. And you won't believe it. I was surprised, very surprised, that there aren't any oaks. I don't know why. I thought that maybe they didn't plant them because, you know, like the acorns used to fall down and they didn't want the mess. I don't know, but there weren't any oaks, and I feel like sorry that I didn't get any acorns when I have been to Knolle Park some time ago, because the little town where the Knolle Park is situated is called Seven Oaks, and there were so many oaks, so many acorns. Okay, so I hope that in our next like family escapes, we'll get to the places where they will have oak trees, and I'll find some a few hats for Mr. Natalie to try them. So because I didn't want, you know, to have the trouble and glue that one, and like I could make it this one temporarily, but I didn't want to, so he doesn't look bad, even if without his hat on. Mr. Natalie Owl was stitched very quickly and easily, so this one is an easy stitch, I would say. It's the size, it's almost the size of the mouse. Maybe it's like here it's bigger. In the beginning it was like surprising me, but then I said no. Nan uses to have small finishings which are like very small. So the thing is that you stitch here like you do in the mouse. The one who used to finish at least one mouse from Chatelaine. Just in the end, this one which you have, you don't fill, you just fold it like here, you attach it here, so you fold where this line comes, and you just fill the rest. The bottom is a piece of felt which was used here, and I have a coin of 10p, I think, because that one is like bigger, and it's then I thought that I could probably use 2-pound coin. That one also is large and it's heavier, but this one is heavy enough, you know, it stays perfectly. So officially he's ready, but unofficially he's without the hat, and this is how it looks like if you are putting them together. Really nice. And that's it about this one. The freight check, yes, I have it here because I don't want to forget telling you. You remember I said that I bought a freight check from Dritz, from 123 Stitch. I have been using all my stitching life this one from Prim, but this one becomes, at least here in UK, I see more and more rarely, and it became more and more expensive, and I bought this one from 123 Stitch. Yes, it's okay. This one is thinner, this one is thicker, this one dries very quick, this one doesn't dry so quick, but it's okay. So yes, I have an alternative. In case I won't find this one anymore, I'll stick to this one, just in case I wanted to show you these things. So another beautiful couple of designs, projects became a finishing in my case. And shortly, I want to happily tell you that Mr. Nutley Owl has a hat. Yes. The thing is that we didn't go anywhere to find this acorn tops. And I just asked my husband one morning, look, I need some acorn tops in case you see an oak. Be kind and look underneath, maybe you can find some. Being sure that he will forget about this. But to my greatest surprise, the same day at lunchtime, he called me and says, look, I am underneath an oak and there are a lot of oak, acorn tops here. What do you exactly need? And I said, okay, I need like bigger, smaller, so that they would have here, you know, this thing. Pick some and I'll choose. So he brought them in the evening, and me and my son together, we were choosing for Mr. Nutley, we were choosing already a hat. So we came to this one. And I already had prepared like the pin. It was prepared and I just glued this one here and it goes out, you see. So this is a happy Mr. Nutley Owl. He will go to have some photos. And I would say that this is a finished work. And I wanted to show you a finished work. Yes, it was unusual. No, it was not an unusual. It was a spontaneous decision. This is September Song by Just Nan. I stitched it this September, so it's a freshly stitched design. I showed it in my videos, so if you want to see the process of stitching it, you can go a few videos back and you'll see it. When I showed the ready stitched design, I said that I don't know about the finishing. I knew that I mostly was inclined to finish it into a bell pull, but didn't know if I'm going to do it this fall, this autumn. And the thing is that I was looking for bell pulls. I remember that I made a purchase of a few bell pulls a few months ago. I showed them in one of my video about purchases, and tried to remember where they are. Looked for them, found them, and I was looking for these bell pulls for other designs, like finishing of other designs, and saw this pair and instantly thought about this design and wondered if the width of design would go into this bell pull. Found the stitched design, took it, just made the measurements, realized that it will go perfectly, and said this is it. So I liked how the golden bell pulls go with the color of the fabric, where it's stitched the sampler. I wanted, I haven't finished so far a sampler on this, so both sides are like this. I usually had a corner on this side. I wanted something on the edge. I wanted like the twisted cord. Looked through what I had in stash, found this one, like tried it, said okay, this is it, I'm not going to buy something else. And the only thing I didn't have, it was the fabric used on the back. And the easiest thing I done, I just opened the eBay and looked on the eBay like what they have there. The thing is that the most I liked, they were already sold. I mean, the autumn prints, they were already sold. There were some beautiful ones, but they were quite expensive, and I said that buying such beautiful and expensive fabric for something which is going to be in the back and won't be seen, it doesn't have any sense. So made a compromise, found this one. I think the color and the print is also autumn, and bought it. The fabric came like not the next day, the day after, very quickly. I still had this rush, you know, to finish it, and just took it and did it. I know that some of you asked me to show you how I am finishing the bell pulls, because I'm doing it by hand. I don't have a sewing machine. And I said that I will, and honestly I am intending, because I have a bell pull. It's a winter one which was stitched like previous years and which I want to finish, and I'm thinking about, like, I'm preparing myself of like making such a video. I mean, like finishing that one and showing you step by step how this is done. It's not that I don't want to reveal some secret, because there isn't any secret here. It's just filming such videos. They used to be called tutorials. I wouldn't say that I am so great at tutor to film tutorials. It's just they are being filmed quite, how do I say? It takes time and effort to film them, but I'll do my best. So I'm preparing. I haven't forgotten about the promise I made. So finished this one quite quickly, I would say. For me it was almost 3 hours. Yes, it's a lot of time, I know it's a lot of time, but believe me, for the previous ones I don't have so many, it took me more time. So this one was quite a record. Liked it a lot. I like these bell pulls very much, and you know, I thought about like what if I would look in my stash, in my Just Nan stash, for a sampler, a Christmas sampler, which comes more or less the same size. And when autumn will finish, of course I'll want something Christmas. So why not stitching something for Christmas for these bell pulls? Because you know, finishing seasonal designs into bell pulls, for me, it's I've said it many times, it's a very good solution and idea, because as a stitcher, having so many things in the stash and enjoying stitching so many things, of course we stitch them, but when the things go too many, we don't finish them into anything like framing, pin cushions, things like this. For a stitcher sometimes can be depressing, you know. It's like you work and everything, the beautiful things you are doing, you don't see. That's why finishing the designs like this, because for me this is a small design, you see, finishing, and it's a seasonal one, it's an autumn one, so finishing it into a bell pull, and if this one is going to be hanged like since the beginning of September until the end of November, 3 months, it's going to be more than enough for me to see and like enjoy this design. When November finishes, I'm just going to take it off in the same bell pull. If I'm going to find and stitch, I'll display a Christmas design, and next September this one will come like, yeah, to be a star again. I don't know, I like this. I like that this gives us the possibility to finish our works, to see them like seasonally, and this is a very good thing for me. So yes, I am very happy that unexpectedly for me, I finished this work. And I wanted to show you how my biggest, largest, greatest project is moving on. This is Sanssouci Castle and Gardens, and here I finally managed to fill in this element because it was started the last time I showed in a shorts or in a video probably. It was started but not finished, and the thing is that these three elements, like, they don't take a lot of space. They are not so big, but they take a lot of time to be fulfilled because they are quite full of everything. I mean, like, cross stitches are, how do I say, many colors, the stitches are separate, then there is stitch with rainbow gallery, there is a back stitch with rainbow gallery, then there are specialty stitches which are Rhodos stitches, which I made pretty quick. So these specialty stitches, they come in one thread. Then there is rice stitch. You see the darkest here color, this is rice stitch. So the space of the rice stitch is 4 squares, not small, I would say, but still stitching or making this stitch in one thread on this square of 4 on the how to say area of 4 squares. It's time consuming. it's quite time consuming, and when you finish all this, you have to fill in the beads and the treasures, and the treasures here are like beads, and also beconaces, and here this is the margarita, which you have to fill, like, put inside the how do I say, the bead circle. So it takes a bit of time to, let me not say a lot, a bit of time to fill this in. So I finished, thanks God, finished this one, and then finished this ones because I already had here the frame, the stitching around the back stitch around the frame, and these pots, you see. So what I did here, actually, I filled in the background, like 2 different colors. Here is dark blue, here is kind of, it looks white, but it's not white. It's antique violet, if I'm not wrong. It's Dinky Dyes silk. And then like made the back stitch of these pots, and then made the topiaries. They say that it's topiaries, which I made only in beads. So this one, and this one, it was part 5, which I successfully finally finished. And next one, it's part 6, which consists of these 2, if I'm not wrong. You see, I have the empty frames, and this one. So this one is already filled in, and I will go to this ones where I have to fill in the frame exactly like this one. First I have to do the specialty stitches, then the beads, and inside here come 2 vases, which are not complicated. They are made in DMC. Like, the colors are from these ones, not so many as here, no petite, no 3/4 stitches, as long as I saw. So the filling of these 2 frames, it should be easy to stitch. I will spend more time on the filling of the frames themselves, I mean, like, in between here, and finishing that one. It's going to be one more part finished. And of course the next one is going to be the fountain, which I already looked a little bit, like, at the stitches, at what I have to do there, and it seems to me that it's going to be beautiful and marvelous after stitching it. I don't know, I think so. So slowly but surely I still go with this work. Wanted to show you closer how this one looks like, in case you see the beads here, and this one, and this one. You know, it's hard work, it's time consuming, but the result, I think it's astonishing. The how they say, the style and the result of the Chatelaine designs, they are unique. I cannot compare them with anything else. They are unique. I already said that this is my second work. First I tried a smaller work, band sampler, smaller. It's not so small, but still, comparing with the huge designs which Chatelaine has, that one was stitched last year, and it's a smaller one, to see if I like this style, and then, like, slowly but surely, I decided to go for a bigger, I would say giant design. So yes, I'll try to stitch it slowly, like in future, to see when I will finally finish it, and I will say that, look, I have stitched this beautiful design. So wish me luck. And I will have a new project. This is going to be the kit from both the threads, Gossamer Slipper. This kit I bought from the Knitting and Stitching show. It was how they say, unexpected and surprise purchase. I liked it very much, and the idea of stitching it this very fall doesn't give me peace and quiet. I took out the chart, looked at the chart, how much stitching is there, realized that there isn't a lot of stitching. That's why I want to give it a try. I'll show you in a second what is there inside, and I'm going to change the fabric. I chose two pieces of fabric which I think is going to match the design, and yeah, you'll see it in a second. And let's see what we have inside. So this is the preview. Here is the chart. What I liked about the chart is the fact that the chart is big, visible, and there is a chart with backstitch and the chart without backstitch, which is very good, very, very good. Of course, I won't show you the chart. It's not, I'm not allowed. There is a John James needle. There is the how they say, flyer from the body threads. By the way, where is it? I like they are serious with this animals on this splash Aida, but I haven't bought any, I haven't stitched any, but I like many of them, by the way. Maybe sometime I will decide. There is white Aida here, 14th count, which I think it's a, I don't know how to call it. For a Halloween design to use white Aida, this is very, very bad. And that's why I decided that I'm going to change that Aida for linen. And the linen is going to be not the 28th count, like it should be, because here is 14th count Aida, but it's going to be 32nd. I don't see any reason why not using 32nd, and I will have the work even smaller, which is not going to be bad. So why did I keep this here? Because I wanted to show how it looks on this. This is Belfast called Lilac. I don't know the code of this color because it was bought some time ago on Casa Chinina, and everything which I have from a while ago from Casa Chinina, I don't have the codes of the colors. Yes, this is the thing. So I like this one because, you know, like lilac for Halloween, for like autumn designs, this is classics. This is very nice. I like this one. And I also chose a gray color, not the pearl gray, which also would be good, but I don't know why I didn't want pearl gray. I mean, I didn't want such a dark gray. I have Plain Air, I think this one is called. This one I used for the Mirabilia Scorpio Girl. Last year I stitched it, I remember. And this is the one I used. For this one, I have the color code because it was bought like not a long time ago. This is 786. So it's Belfast and it's 786. Have 786. This is the code of the color if you are curious to know. So this one also is nice. I am like more for this one, but till the end I have to decide. So, you know, I will dare to say that I will choose between these two, and when you'll see my first, how to say, presentation of the project, you'll see which fabric I use. But I used to show, for example, two fabrics, and in the end, when I'm showing you the start of the design, you see the third fabric, which I didn't announce. So yes, initially and or now at this moment I am like for this one of these two colors, but till the end you'll see which one I'll choose. I hope that I will manage to stitch it quickly. I mean, like this autumn, because I don't want to leave it for next autumn, and I don't want to stitch this one before Christmas. Okay, we'll see what or how this design, this project is going to go on. That's everything I wanted to show you in today's video. I hope you liked what you saw, and see you, of course, in my next videos. Until then, bye bye.